we're trying to recreate it as we go, and that our brains are these predictive machines to try to, project into the future to, get a better model of what's going on. So, we're all just swimming in a pond of, or a sea of our imaginations, and trying to figure it out. And I think some of us are doing a pretty good job.
Well, think about what you just said. If we're always creating this reality, as you said it, then we have the ability to create the reality we want to live in.
Yes.
Have the ability to say, I will see my life in a different light. I will make my life better
Hmm.
or happier or or not, however you want to see it, however you want to define it. But we do have the power to change that. And it's not because there's a big debate between, oh yeah, you think about it and then it becomes that. Well, yeah, it does become that, not because the world is doing things differently, but because how you interact with such a world. So if you say something to me and I'm in a reality that I created, that it's dark and difficult and conflictive, then I'm going to react to it in that way. But if my perception of my world is positive and full of options and possibilities, then whatever you say to me, that's how I'm going to see it. So that's how we change the world, not literally the world outside the
Yeah.
material world, but it's how we perceive it that is going to make a difference in how we live our lives and how we have our world being.
Yep. Yeah, I sometimes refer to, there's I don't remember their name, but it was a celebrity, and they're talking about, oh my God, the people are so amazing, and wherever they went, it could have been abroad, it could have been here in the United States, and my knee jerk reaction is like, well, if you're known for doing something that makes people happy, and you show up and they know who you are, and you're interacting with them with love and compassion, because these are the people essentially paying your bills, because they're your fans, and then everywhere you go you just assume that these are your fans because you don't know any better. And why wouldn't they be, if you're a famous person, and you're going to treat them with love and respect and compassion because, again, they paying your bills, they're buying the movie tickets, or what have you, the albums or whatever it was. Then yeah, probably everyone's going to love you that much more. It's like, and treat you that much better. And it's like, well, if everyone just treated everyone with compassion because, oh, you might be my fan, you might be the be my biggest fan even, and I don't know that, but if you might be, then if I treat you with as much compassion and love and everything else as possible, then if you weren't my fan before, you're probably going to be now. And I think that obviously, we're both in entertainment industry, and I think that allows us to have a perception or think about things in a different. Maybe there's a lawyer or a barista or whatever that's thinking, well, you know, I'm not a musician. I'm not an actor. I don't have the ability to have fans. It's like, well, yeah, you do. Don't you go to a restaurant and have your favorite waitress, or your bar and have your favorite bartender,
Your
or your
friend.
yeah, or your friends? It's like, these are your fans. So like, it's to me, like, there is a reality that people don't see or don't want to look at, which is, and this is what, to me, is what social media and what all this stuff is about. It's really for us to get a lesson in the fact that, um, everyone can be your fan, everyone can be your friend, everyone can support everyone, and there's no reason not to have all of that, because people make a living off of Instagram. People make a living serving coffee. And my fiance is a waitress. She's an artist, and she's an amazing artist, but she still isn't quite paying the bills that way. So she's got a serving job. And she hates it, but she also loves it. And the reason why she loves it is because she gets to see interesting things, hear interesting things, interact with people, and she's amazing at making people have a good evening. Whether it's making them laugh, being goofy, or just relating to them. Um, and the longer we've been together, she's been waiting tables for, I don't know. I don't want to say her age. Don't know if she'd like that, but for
For a while,
for a long time, yeah.
for a while.
And and it's because it's a job that's reliable, and she knows that even on her worst day, there's going to be at least one client, one patron that made her night, because she either got them to laugh, or no one else was tipping and they tipped her really well, or whatever it was. And and now that she's realizing that her business as an artist is the same as her business as a waitress and as a server, and she's starting to use all of those techniques of being a great server as an artist, and she's starting to build a community, and she's having more and more repeat customers, and it's really amazing to watch and see, now that she's found how to do something that she enjoys doing as an artist, and she's able to put that out there, and then use all of her other skills
Yeah.
to
Well, I
bolster
mean,
it.
I was a server for a few years, and that is mainly the reason why I can speak English the way I can
Oh,
today.
interesting.
Yeah, when I started serving, I never did it before, because I have a fairly good career in Mexico before I moved to the US. And then I started serving, and I didn't speak English. I my English was very, very poor, and I never served anybody. So the entire experience of being empathetic to people that are having a bad day, but they want to have a good meal, or the people that are just a-holes because they can, because they're paying to be a-holes,
Hmm.
or people that are having a family experience. And the fact that a lot of the people that came to my tables actually helped me speak better, understand better the behavior of people. Because I mean, I advise any actor that wants to get into it seriously to go and serve tables for a while,
Yeah.
at least for a few months, because you get to see so many different personalities. You get to see so many different ways of interacting with people. You get to deal with those people. You get to put on different masks because you want to make that extra tip, and
Yeah.
you start creating a laboratory with each table that visits you, because everybody's different. So you
Hmm.
have to create all of these different personas to make it so to make that extra buck. And even if you don't need to wait tables, or have extra money for whatever reason, just having the experience of doing that, it's very enlightening, it's very educational, and it's very interesting overall, just to be able to interact with people on a daily basis, and a big amount of people and different kinds of people all day long.
Yeah.
So, going back to what we were talking about, how we perceive our world. I mean, what your girlfriend is doing is she's basically interpolating or transpolating the experience of serving people to what she actually wants to do, which is that artistry. And listen, I think it takes us different amount of times to understand certain things about ourselves,
Oh, yeah.
and the potential that we have. And I can tell you this, from my move to Mexico and my meeting my future wife.
Want more? Check out this clip or the full episode And don't forget to leave a comment. If you want more conversations and clips, check out our channel. Thanks for listening. See you next time.